Just like right under the wire.
I got lost again, man.
Oh, man, I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Funkatopia WTF. I am your host, Mr. Christopher. That is the other host, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Bland.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, just so hey, listen. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody had a good time last week. We did that almost 4-hour show covering the celebration, the amazing celebration. Let me just go ahead and say that celebration was, and I don't know that if I encapsulated it this way or not, but I will say, just for the sake of saying it, so there's no doubt that it was was one of the best posthumous celebrations that they have ever done. I mean, for real. I mean, it was fantastic, considering everything that was included, everything that was packed in wall to wall, and just the amount of work that went into it. I can't even fathom what it takes to put something together like that, but it was a great show. So I wanted to make sure that I encapsulated that, make sure that was said publicly. But what I wanted to also say too was that also thank you guys so much for the wealth of comments and whatnot that you guys had about the show. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it, especially the folks that did not have an opportunity to actually be there, kind of help you walk through it and, just be able to experience it as we experienced it. And, hopefully it made a difference and that you guys had a good time. The other thing, though, was that because I knew that show was going to go long, we started at 7. So I started to see some people coming in here like really early, thinking that the show was going to start at 7 again this week. So I guess the question I have, and maybe the question for you guys too, would you guys be interested in doing a 7 p.m. here, 6 p.m. in Minneapolis time, and I guess it would be 4 p.m. in Pacific time? And you guys, we would start a little bit earlier, but we would end sooner. What do you think? I mean, I don't know what anybody's eating schedule is and whatnot. That's my only pushback is some people eat dinner at different times, but then on top, I've been to California many times and they don't eat dinner till like 10 o'clock at night over there for whatever reason. It seems like every time I go over there, it's like people are like eating in the middle of the night. I was like, man, y'all can.
I suppose I got you, but I mean, New York's no different. You.
That's true too. That's true.
I had a slice of pizza at 4 o'clock in the morning, standing in the street.
Let's see if I can get some light. Yeah, it's just kind of different. I guess everybody wants to keep it at the normal time. Hey, listen. I mean, hey, go ahead.
I'm not opposed. I mean, what am I doing for the hour before? I'm just sitting around waiting for the show to start.
I don't know. I just think it makes it a little bit easier because a lot of people do have to work. So some people don't like to stay up till 10, just like, we talked about with the material, release schedule that we're not getting any older. We're going to die off. And we talked about that. But so all these people are getting older. So, going to bed earlier, maybe really cool.
Playing 3 sets a night. I don't miss that. Playing until 1 o'clock in the morning, getting home at 3 and,
Oh my God.
We were doing.
Go ahead.
That's it.
All right. You know what? I don't know. For those of you who just joining us again, welcome to Funkatopia WTF. I'm Mr. Christopher. That is, that you're going like, is that Michael Bland? Yep, that's him. That's him right there. That's Mr. Michael Bland right there. That's the man.
I missed a couple of weeks. All of a sudden, I'm on the pay no mind list. What happened?
No, man, you were here last week. You were quiet, but you were here last week. Tonight we welcome the Minneapolis Funk All-Stars with a laundry list of folks that are probably going to be dropping in, including St. Paul Peterson, Jerome Benton, Elisa Fiorillo, Oliver Lieber, Jason Peterson Delaire, Kirk will probably not because he's over in Europe. Matt Fink may drop by. I mean, it's pretty amazing. It's just we gotta they're going to be dropping in, and there's be coming into the top of the hour. But so you'll stay tuned. They'll be dropping in. Matter of fact, when I was getting ready for the show, Jerome came in, and I just happened to have this window up, and I brought him in, and we talked for a few minutes. So yeah, we talked for a few minutes, and I said, yeah, you're an hour early, but hey, so we sat and chatted, and then he'll come back. So Jerome will be here joining us as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. Dorothy Inez says, I think for the summer, your current time is good, but the winter earlier would be better since we are all inside. Maybe. All right. That's a thought. That's a thought. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear. Did you know, I don't know, Michael, if you knew this or not, but today is the 34th anniversary of You Sexy.
All right. You're getting all slickety with me and whatnot. I looked up. Somebody was trying to get at me. I looked up and I'm seeing.
Yeah, look
I
at
don't
that.
even remember doing that. I saw it in the edit of the video where I'm like, like I'm gritting my teeth. I don't even remember doing it. It's like 3:30 in the morning in the garage of Paisley.
Oh, that is amazing. There you are. There you are. Look at that young gun.
Yeah. Look at him.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at him.
Yes, well.
Yeah, I mean, but this, it's the 34th anniversary today. Actually, Prince dropped the video for it, Sexy MF, today. Again, as you mentioned, was shot in the garage of Paisley Park about March of 92. And just before Prince and the MPG were heading out for the Diamonds and Pearls tour. And what I found really interesting about this is that in the video, actually it's in that capture that you see right there with Prince. Excuse me for those that are listening on Spotify and iHeartRadio and all that stuff, because you don't have the video to this, or you can actually see the visual, but the visual is obviously, if you've ever seen the 60 MF video, it's Prince with the gun microphone, and he's leaning up against the yellow car, and Damon's off to the side reading a magazine, and on the back of that magazine is an advertisement for the album that hadn't been released yet from Chicism. And Nile Rodgers was quoted as saying, "Watch the Sexy MF video. One of his dancers has a Chic album in his hands. It's the best promotion we've ever had. At the time, we were persona non grata." And I was thinking to myself, I've watched that video probably 100 times at least, and I know many of you have watched it more than that. I've never paid attention to what's on the back of that newspaper, so y'all are like some sleuth that's
I'm saying they surgical out there, man. They don't play around.
Yeah, but I mean,
they want to know.
There's enough of those sleuths out there that they happen to see that was, it's a Chic album. I'm gonna go and buy it. And
sure,
man, yep. My brother actually bought me a Chic album of Greatest Hits signed by Nile Rodgers for my birthday. I was like, wow, that's pretty badass. So cool. Well, we got to get him on the show. For that. Yeah, man.
I met him once in Chicago. I think it was actually when we went to back in 1991. We were doing a promotional shows for when Get Off came out. We played Jack the Rapper in Atlanta that year.
Yeah, that was a great show.
We played at some hotel in Chicago. And I think the hotel we were in, like I came down in the elevator and there was Bernard Edwards and Nile like waiting for their chauffeured car to show up. Which is like, whoa, it's Chic, man. Are you kidding me? Like they were just chilling, in the hotel lobby.
We need to get him on the show, man. Absolutely, we have to get him on the show.
I know Jerry Barnes, the bass player. I can get at Jerry and see if he'd be willing to give us a nod.
That would be phenomenal. There's so many great shows that we're going to, and coming to speak to it a little bit also, Michael and I had been having conversations offline about how heavy purple leaning that we are, and we don't have any problems with it. If there's news to be told, we will tell it. If there's things to share, we'll share it. But we also kind of want to geek out on those other things as well, like the Nile Rodgers, Nile Rodgers. Also going a little bit off the beaten path, getting guys like Stuart Copeland and from the Police, and Andy Partridge from XTC, and things that aren't even really necessarily funk, but they just have it's just part of the DNA of who Michael and I are. Because even though we were in two separate universes, every single time that Michael and I talk offline, it seems that we were in this parallel musical universe. It was just bizarre.
We're the same age. I'm 57.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 57 too.
Okay,
because I was born in November of 1968, and you were born just like a few months later. Yes. Yeah, just a few months later. So we were just in that same. Yeah. Yeah, it's just bizarre.
So we both heard 99 Luft Balloons at the same time.
I heard the German version before I heard that's the first version I had heard. And actually the German version I also Rock Me Amadeus, that was obviously that's all it was in German. There wasn't any English version of that.
What about since you're on this subject, what about Der Kommissar by After the
of
Fire?
course. Yes,
there
that was
a
a
German
great song.
version of that. About don't turn around.
The Kommissar sind da.
There was a German version of that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It was.
I see you, man.
Yeah. And of course, you're listening to other things in Falco, and there was a period of time where I got into Yellow for a little bit too. Not just because of but matter of fact, that was one of the CDs that I bought when last time I was up there in Minneapolis. The CD was sitting there. I can't remember the name of that album, but it's got. And I remember, my friend Rob and I, we wore that album out because it was just so different. Yellow was doing something totally different than anybody else was. And obviously, is like the iconic song from them that's just like never ending. But, man, as I said, tonight we got Minneapolis Funk All-Stars. We've already got the beautiful, talented Elisa Fiorillo already in the green room sitting over there. Right. But I got a couple more things I want to talk about. Of course, I do want to talk to her because there are some stories things that I want to say. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and bring her in? I mean, if we're just
bring her in, man.
Yes, bring in.
We go way back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first member to show up. The Minneapolis Funk, they'll all be here. I'm just messing with them. We know them all, so we can kind of rip. The Minneapolis Funk All-Stars featuring St. Paul Peterson, but here she is. The wonderful Elisa. Here she is.
Where's she at?
Right there, Elisa Fiorillo.
Oh, there she goes. Look at her.
Hi, Mama.
Look at her right there.
Yeah, I know.
Look at her.
Look at her. Look at her.
Look at her.
As the guys say in the band, I'm the girl. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, y'all catch up for a second because I want to grab something real quick. Y'all catch up just for a second.
Something.
I'll grab something.
Lisa?
It's been a minute.
You still living in Vegas?
I still live in Vegas, and boy, was it hot today. I went swimming, so I kind of like fixed my hair for this, just out of the pool. Well, thank you.
It looks fresh, looks fancy.
All right.
Okay, man. Yeah, I couldn't deal with Vegas. I've played that strip mall with the it's like an outdoor strip mall. I can't remember what they call it, maybe. But it's like people are just walking all over the place, and you're playing, and the sun's beating down upon you, and it's just
it's not your cup of tea.
Oh man, I love the glitz and the glamour, but that climate, boy, I don't know how you do it. Oh, that's right, you weren't from the Midwest. You were from elsewhere.
So yeah,
it's not that big of a deal for you, probably.
No.
Well, even though we have a couple more members of the band in here, I did want to say this, and I couldn't find the CD. It's over here somewhere. It's probably turned around where I can't see the label, but many don't know the background story, but many years ago, I don't know how, it was well over a decade ago, you came on the show. This was in the early years of the show, promoting Deason Reese.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people don't know this background story, but literally we must have interviewed for like an hour. And then I was like, oh, that was fantastic, man. That was great. It was so good to have you on the show. And then hung up the phone and I looked over and that record button was just still sitting there. And I was like, oh, are you kidding me? And I texted you back and I said, I said, I'm so sorry. It's just been crazy. And, this didn't get recorded. And she goes, you were like, oh, let's do it again. So we did it again.
A real trooper.
Me, I just love to talk. So.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. It was really, really great.
Hey, I got a question. When are y'all gonna start playing I Am in your set? They don't want to play that one?
I would love to. That's a great tune.
Absolutely.
On that, you played on that.
I played on that record. I didn't play on that song.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah. I Am, which the
I am so in love with you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is different. See, she brings it. See, this is different than the I Am that I was thinking immediately of the track on that album that got released and then pulled, Deliverance. There's a song called I Am that's on there, and I was just like, oh, really?
Oh,
no, this is different.
A different song. Very funky. Yeah.
You played on Ooh This I Need.
I played on Ooh This I Need, and that's right. Okay, see, now we're in there. Now we're firing all cylinders.
Yeah. There you go.
Now we're sticking and moving.
I don't know. Is Oliver River coming on today?
Apparently, according to what Paul said that he threatened to come.
I might show up.
Let's go ahead and bring in some of these fine folks too. First off, let's bring in the featuring member. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only St. Paul Peterson in the mix. There he is, right there.
Well, in the car, no less. What's up, family?
Yeah, man.
Look at him in the car. Look at him. He's in the car.
Are you saying again?
Look, I ran from the stage. I'm presenting a concert series for Rotary here in Edina for a community event. I was the president last year, and this was kind of like my tip of the hat for leaving something, a legacy for these guys. So, but when you do that, that means you got to show up every year and every time we do a concert, which I'm happy to do. Mick Sterling is over there. We've got the good, the bad, and the funky playing tonight. So I had to go do my spiel and race to my car to get on there to be with you guys. So it's fun to see everybody.
Yeah.
And of course,
I hear we're doing I Am in the set on Sunday.
Yeah, I was looking at y'all set. Y'all need a little more something in there. Yeah,
I know.
I Am would be good. Yes,
that'll work. That'll work.
Hey, look, I'm all for it.
I'm all ready for it. Whatever you want to do.
Well, I'm not yet, but I will be.
And we got a couple more members in the mix. So go ahead and bring on the one, the only, the master himself. Dr. Matt Fink is in the house.
Oh, there he goes.
What's up, Doc? Right. There he is. And
representing.
Yeah, he's always
hey guys.
Hey.
And so we can balance this out. Let's also bring in the one, the only sideman show extraordinaire, percussionist extraordinaire, Jerome Benton's in the house.
Hey, what it do?
Well, Jerome's thumb is in the mix.
Yeah,
it's just it.
No, we don't want your finger there, JP.
Yeah, we can all do that.
What's up, you guys?
Oh my goodness, man! Look at y'all!
Yeah,
look at y'all!
Look at everybody! Look at them!
What a fine lineup of faces! Oh, this Jerome. Jerome's just messing with us.
Yeah, sure. He's in. He's out. He's off. He's on.
Yeah. Jerome actually came in an hour early, and we sat and talked a little bit. And I've never met Jerome's wife, but apparently he I can't believe you've been married for 40 years, brother. I did not know that.
Are you 40 this year?
Been married.
I know, but that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's my business.
There you go.
I'm right behind you, bro, at 36.
40 years? Jerome, 40 years? Really?
Yep.
Wow. That's really good.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm at 27, so I'll be Yeah, it's 27 this year, so
That's
getting
great.
33 and a third for me.
I see what you did there.
Almost
Yeah,
5.
Hey, that's good.
Nice.
Yay.
Nice. Man, I don't even know what to even start with you guys, because this, I mean, first off, every single time I see you guys performing or out somewhere and about, it seems to always be in LA. Is that because most of the band is situated over there? Or, I mean, I know, Lisa, you're close being in Vegas, and I mean, I see a lot of shows happening over in LA. How are you? I mean, how's the crowd out there?
They like us there, I guess.
Well, that's good.
They keep asking for us back, so I'm like, sure, we'll come.
Well, it's the momentum. It's the momentum.
Well, yeah, it's good. It's good, but I think it's time for some East Coast action. Actually, I think we should start playing there too.
Yeah.
Yep,
somehow.
Yeah, you got to come to Atlanta.
Do that in either late 26 or early 27, going to the East Coast. You know,
nice.
We love to do that. We sure love. There's sure a lot of Prince fans and Minneapolis Sound fans out that way. So we're looking forward to returning to the East Coast.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, he made good on the threat. Oliver's in the house.
Oh, there you go. Ollie, I told him you were threatening to come. And
yeah. I was walking my dog, and then you sent that text about you were logging on. I was like, oh crap. So anyway, I beelined it. My dog's pissed off, but I made it.
What do you mean? Yeah, I can imagine that. If I normally walk my dogs in a normal pattern, but if I want to cut it short and turn down our street, yeah, they know immediately. They start pulling against you. They're just like, no, we're supposed to go that way.
Yeah,
they know.
Tug of war, but he's a French bulldog, so he lost.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Well, so, man, hail, the gang's all here. I don't know if Jason's going to be able to make it. I think, Kirk, you said it was over in Europe, but, I mean...
Yeah, he just texted me he can't come, and Jason's playing baseball tonight, so sorry, Uncle. I know I wrote the song and everything, but I'm going to play baseball. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's all about it, because a lot of people don't know. I mean, one of the primary reasons why you guys are here is because you have an amazing new single that is out called "Gotta Keep the Funk Alive." Very, very cool. Very, very cool track. Very, just it's just got that groove to it that is the typical Minneapolis funk. You stay true to the sound, and it's very, very cool to kind of see you guys out there and doing it. I mean, Paul, I'm gonna be honest, I'm still recovering from something in the water, because when you dropped that single, I was like, okay, man, good, man, this is woof.
That's Michael B on drums.
Oh yeah, Michael Platt on drums.
Yeah, that was me. Did you know that, Chris?
I did not know that, because
right.
I think I got the MP3, and I think I purchased it off of Amazon, and yeah, it didn't come with credit. It didn't come with credits.
Chris, you didn't know that was Michael B?
I did not. Now I know. Now I know why it thumped so hard.
Well, you gotta understand one thing. Michael and I did a lot of records together in the 90s at Paisley Park with Ricky, Philip George Benson. I mean, Michael, you could probably drop more names than that, but we were a team for quite a while in those years.
Definitely, man. It's even before that, we did that record with Luis Salinas, that
yes,
Argentinian guitar player that played like Santana. If he was a fusion
sure
player.
Did
That dude.
Oh,
yeah, me and Paul, we've been playing together, man. So many records, can't even count them.
I know.
There was a lot of activity, man.
That groove never leaves. I mean, once you lock up with someone like Michael, man, it's just such a comfortable spot, and you don't even have to worry about anything. You just get to play and laugh and smile and go, man, good to be back home. So
one of my favorite recordings that we both ended up on was "You Will Be Moved" on the Mavis Staples record.
Oh my God, yes.
I cut it with Sonny, but then the next time I heard it, I was like, that ain't Sonny playing.
I don't know why I replaced Sonny. That was not my call.
It was killing, man. I was like, no, it was hot.
Man.
That was a
It was
fun
hot.
record. Well, let's talk about the new record. You know what? The Minneapolis Funk All Stars have been around. I mean, well, I think for 10 years, maybe longer. And we love to honor the bands that we've been in while we perform and do that. But it was like, why aren't we performing new music? So now we are, and we're going to continue to be making new music. I talked to Oliver already about the next single. Hopefully, we're going to work together on that and get everybody involved in that. It's fun to be able to say that we've got new music out there. It's and plus it does stay true to who we are.
Yeah, and the merch is incredible too. I was looking at some of the merch that I saw posted on the socials, man. I was just like, man, I got to get that shirt. I got to get that black shirt for sure.
What this merch?
Oh, yeah,
What?
that merch. Yeah, that yeah.
Oh,
That
Yes.
merch.
Yeah.
or did you mean this merch? Oh,
Hey,
I'm sorry.
yeah. That right there, that black shirt is hot. That black shirt is hot. Of course, I don't know if you guys noticed the other shirt that I was wearing here, the 40 years of the family shirt that I'm wearing.
Oh man.
I had to wear that when I said, "Oh, I got to find my family shirt." They had to ask the wife, "Where'd you put it?"
Oh, that's great. That's history right
Yeah.
there, man. Because that was the last shows we did with Bean.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, and speaking of which, I know that it's partially not partially, it's dedicated to Jelly Bean Johnson, and
Oh yeah.
I assume that he was not, because I think this song was written by Jason like 15 years ago, if I remember.
I said I want to recut it. Yeah. So Bean's not on this one, but we wanted to
Right.
dedicate it to him because he's, I've known Bean since '83, and he's the one who took me under his wing and made me feel comfortable in in the second edition of the Time show, we call it. And he really stood up for me and took care of me through me leaving the family and then getting back together with everybody. He was always a positive force, I think, not only for me, but for everybody in this band and everybody in the music community.
Yeah, he was just always so gracious with his time. Whenever I had opportunity to hang out with him, I think every single time I hung out with him, there was a couple other places like Bunkers and whatnot, but the Minnesota Music Cafe, is that the name of he seemed like he was always there. It's like every time that I went there, he was there. So
Yeah, that was his haunt. That was his main haunt, was that club.
man,
Definitely.
just phenomenal just to kind of see. And first off, let me just say it goes without saying that this group of folks right here, I don't know if a lot of people here know everybody that is in this room, because one of the things we say is that obviously we're very, very Prince heavy podcast. And so a lot of people know who all of you are, but some may not be so instantly recognizable, but should be. Obviously you have St. Paul Peterson there, lead singer of notoriously, obviously, of the family, but he's also part of the legendary Peterson family as well. Probably heard his voice on the now iconic "Nothing Compares to You," the Prince Pen track, and of course "Screams of Passion" and everything else. And then, of course, you also do a variety of different projects, including these amazing like LP shows. Yeah, this I mean that CD is just friggin' magic. And then of course you have Elisa Fiorillo. I mean, let me just say again, I can't thank you enough for all the support that you gave Funkatopia back in the earlier years. Elisa, you actually have a new single too. Was it Clear Blue Skies?
I was gonna put it out a couple weeks ago, but then we were putting our single out, so I'm like, oh, I gotta wait.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
No, it's all good. So when is that dropping?
It actually just came out yesterday.
Oh my. I didn't get the alert. I signed up for the alert. I didn't get it. I'm going to have to look for it now. Now I know what I'm doing after the show for sure.
Yeah.
And also, won't you have there's another one too with Jelly Bean Benitez, the we are all one. Is that out, or that's been out for a minute?
That's probably been out for a minute. I don't even know about it. Yes, I better
Okay,
investigate.
that's okay.
Go get your
That's all
check,
right.
girl. Get your
Yeah, I
check.
need to do my royalties on
Get
that.
your
There
check.
you go. There you go. And of course, you can't ignore the one and only Jerome Benton, one of the most famous and recognizable percussionist hype men on the planet for Morris Day and the Time, the Family. I mean, of course, now the Minneapolis Funk All-Stars. I mean, you know, the instantly lovable, always approachable, just down to take as many selfies as willing to people who stand in line. You are just so approachable. You come from that Jelly Bean style of you know, just appreciating fans and just spending time and just really just.
Well, I come from that world that Prince put me in, and I adapted to it the way I did. It's fun, you know, to be included in all these great projects. Hey, praise the Lord.
You know, I've always meant to ask you too. I mean, you're so notoriously famous for, you know, being the sideman to Morris and just kind of always servicing Morris and holding up the mirror, which is obviously the you know, but you know, you've also, it's dreadfully obvious to everybody that you can easily take a lead scenario. I mean, you proved yourself in Under the Cherry Moon and beyond, but are you just more comfortable in that supporting position and you just don't have any desire to kind of be out front because you obviously could carry it?
Let me put it like this. I'm not being cocky. Man, invite me to your house and see how comfortable I am.
I don't know what that means.
You're not supposed to.
Okay. All right. You are invited, I guess.
I probably won't show up though.
I imagine. That's all good. Yeah.
No,
Man.
but you know, I love this opportunity that's been given to me, and I've said it in other interviews that Prince could have chose anyone, but he didn't. He chose me, and I'm having fun. You know, Paul calls me for his elements. Terry and Jimmy, they got their thing going on. They call me for that. You know, every now and then I'm out with the time, with Morris Day and the Time. Hey, who knows? Obama might call me. I'm gonna go hang with him.
You might be the new anger translator.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then, of course, this is a name you may not know, but you probably should. Oliver Lieber, right there. Let me just say, Oliver. I don't know. I've never been able to I've always wanted to get you on the show, just one-on-one, just to kind of talk about your resume with all the stuff that you wrote with Paula Abdul, Just the Way You Love Me, Forever Your Girl, all that stuff. But a lot of people don't know this about Oliver, but he also toured as the guitar player with Alexander O'Neill. You played guitar with Rod Stewart. You were the drummer for Tamara and the Scene. It's just like your resume is just ridiculous, and a lot of people don't know who you are. I mean, it's just, welcome, dude, for real.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to say something, just about Jerome. Just going back to that, there's an X factor that you can't really put in words about certain people that just have a presence and have a vibe, and I can tell you that the difference between doing a gig with Jerome on stage and without Jerome on stage is night and day, man.
Yes. It really is.
It's the sum, like what he brings, you can't really quantify it. It's just sort of like it elevates everything, and he's just gifted in that way. And it's just one of those things. I just wanted to say that because I feel all the time whenever you get on stage with us, everything just elevates, man. And the crowd was,
thank you, Ali.
It's the truth.
My head, my
Jerome.
head's getting big. My head's getting big.
Wait a minute.
Look at him. His head's getting big. Look at him.
I heard Jerome's middle name was Charisma
Oh shoot, that's
with a capital
woman's
C.
name.
Turismo?
Well, you can make it. How about charisma?
I'd
Like
go
Charlie.
with that.
Okay.
Charisma,
good.
yeah.
Charisma.
Hey, before you leave
No.
Oliver, I want to say something about him.
Oh yeah, we're not
I
done.
met Oliver in 1982, or was it 3? Okay.
Yeah.
So he came to Minneapolis from New York, and he didn't really know anybody, and we hit it off like that. He became my brother. I mean, the Peterson family just grabbed onto him and held onto him, and still does all the way to this day. And he's been involved in every record I've done, including when I broke away from the family. My first solo record, Rich Man, that's Ollie.
Yeah.
He co-wrote that.
Man.
And every other record after that. So he's been a huge musical influence. He's taken me along on his rides. I've taken him on my rides. We just kind of had a blast for the last 40 years. And he's one of the most talented multi-instrumentalists, great producer, great lyricist, make you dig deeper than you'd like to dig and make you work harder than you want to work because he pulls stuff out of you. And I've learned so much from him. And it's always incredible to have him in the band because he cops all the sounds. He's got all the right guitars. He's got all the right pedals. He's got all the right amps. He takes it incredibly seriously.
Yeah.
And plays his ass off. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that's my buddy Ollie.
Yeah. Ollie, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just like to insert a couple of things. First off, the magnanimous that Jerome holds, I think it's a sibling thing. It's a thing that you and Terry both share. Because I watched Terry come down to bunkers and hang out with Bean, and he was constantly bombarded by people who asked for his autograph. He never flinched once. He stayed there till 2:00 in the morning, taking pictures and signing autographs for people. So Jerome, I think it's your tribe, it's your family, man. It's something in your blood. It's in your system. What you've got, you know.
And back to Ollie.
Yes.
Ollie, when Ollie shows up, the room gets warm for me because he's such an embracing man, and he loves what he's doing. He loves everybody he's around, and everybody that you see here, you know, they share that love, and I'd like to give it back 10 times.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know this about Oliver. Also, he's the son of Jerry Lieber, who is obviously legendary music producer and songwriter. Co-wrote huge hits for Elvis Presley, Hound Dog, Jailhouse Rock, Yakety Yak from the Coasters, all that stuff. And so, you take a lot of that. You take a lot of that knowledge and. Before I get any further, there's somebody in the chat room saying that they believe that you played guitar for Tamara in the Scene, but I thought you played drums for Tamara in the Scene.
No, we didn't want to correct you, but he strummed like this, and I went, "Yeah, man, I know."
I didn't want to make a big deal out of it.
Exactly, but you know what? While we've got Paul and Oliver here, do you mind if Oliver, if you don't want to talk about it, that's cool with me. But Forever Your Girl. I was listening online the other day, and in my mind, I keep assembling the rhythm section.
Right.
And I want to know for a fact who was on that record because I don't factually know. It sounds like Ricky on opposite the track on the horn synth thing, but it's like it wasn't him.
No.
Okay, please clear it up for me.
On opposites, on the single version, MPC 60.
Yes.
I played synth bass and a couple little ticky clav parts, and the string, the sort of string belly answer line.
Okay.
Paul played ganks off of the
Synth bass,
off the synth bass, and also played on the out on the burn out.
Right. All right, so you a Peterson by proxy. They already said that, so I got it now.
Yeah,
that's what it just sounds like. The Peterson brothers on that track. I was like, that got to be all of them.
Yeah, and there was, and I don't think it made it. It's on the album. The album version is a slightly different lineup, I had done this track originally, Opposites, and it was the brand new MPC 60. It had just come out. And I had put so much MIDI information on the one, horn blast, and everything was like, wow, that when it was locked to the machine, it slowed down. It just like groaned, and the groove kind of slowed down. And I was so paranoid about that when I flew out here to do vocals with Paula, I got together with Jeff Lorber, and I'm like, you got to help me fix this. And he did a lot of busier 16th note kind of parts. That is the album version. So you'll hear like a clav part on that album version that almost sounds like Mercedes Boy.
Yes.
And because I said, do the Mercedes Boy thing.
Yes.
And so on the album version, there's Lorber playing the clav, like the Mercedes Boy thing. Mm-hmm. And we redid the drums with his Lin 9000, more 16th note. So you wouldn't notice the groan on the one and it getting lazy. What happened was I did that version. I abandoned most of my original tracks, right? And then they said, it's the next single. We need a remix. Wow. And so I called Ricky and Paul up and said, hey, man, I got to do a remix on this thing. You guys want to come over and give me some ears and play on it? And they're like, sure. And so I put up the original tape, right, which was my original stuff that I was kind of insecure about because of that whole, like, slowing down.
Yeah.
And they showed up. I'll eliminate some of the other. They showed up, having been out most of the night.
Trust me, we were still partying.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was
they
not
got
good.
at my house at like 11 or 12 in the morning, but they were still going, right?
Yeah,
and
not good.
And I figured we were going to do a whole new track, and I put up the master, and I hit play, so they could hear what we. And basically, because Ricky lasted about another 5 minutes and then he completely fell asleep on my couch. But he heard that. He goes, what's that? I go, well, that's the original tracks. He goes, you're done. Calm. He goes,
he wasn't wrong.
And I went, you're kidding. I goes, that's funky, man. That's great. You're done. Boom. He's snoring. Paul, I think, might have added something extra that day. We did something, but pretty much the single with my original tracks that I had totally lost confidence in.
Sure.
So they're kind of those two versions. There's like the LA Lorber overdub version, which is the album version. And then I've grown to really love the space on the original tracks.
Which one is in the video? I mean, which one did they make the video with?
My original.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So Oliver, who did the background vocals on that song on Opposites?
Yeah.
Or the duet. It's a duet, right? With somebody?
It's a duet, and the two male vocals are Marvin Gunn and Bruce DeShazer from Maserati.
Whoa, man!
You didn't know that?
Gun. No, man!
And that's also how
the Wild Pair.
They went by the name the Wild Pair. You know, when I got the Paula gig, and I was trying to think of how can I add a little, because it was way more Minneapolis feeling, my demos, than when it came, you know, what am I trying to say? I wanted to try and get some of the Minneapolis sauce in there. And I was like, how can I infuse it? Because Paula's got her thing, but it's not that. And it was like, and I was like, how can I get that flavor in there? And the background vocals on Kiss was in my mind, and down to that blend. And that was Bruce and Marv.
Yeah, because they sang on Kiss too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I called them up.
What, Lisa?
They sang on 8 Right, the one we did.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I did a
Wow,
song
okay.
with Lisa.
Wow, man, I had no idea that Marvin was a mover and a shaker.
Oh, yeah, man. He's a singer, man. And,
okay.
And Bruce and him, when they sing together, there's just kind of a looseness and a vibe and a soulfulness to it. It might not always be mathematically correct, as Wawa Watson would say, but it's like funky. And that was my way of trying to keep some of the sauce in the songs that were very poppy.
Yeah.
Man,
I love it. Sorry to take such a tangent, but I wanted to ask Oliver about that record forever.
Yeah.
But he also produced Elisa's record, that I'm on before I ever met Elisa.
I know. I didn't even know Paul played on it until we started.
Until recently, yeah.
Oh, crazy.
He's like, I played on your record. I'm like, you did?
Yeah.
That's
was
Minneapolis.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just we all we're all working on everything at once and not knowing it.
You know, my first knowledge of Michael was, you know, when I came to town and I started to sit in, it was as a drummer, you know, and I was playing with this guy Doug Maynard, and you know,
Doug, yeah.
And not all the time, because there were a few drummers. There was Bobby Vandell and there was Gordy.
Yeah.
But at one point, man, I got a call from Doug Maynard. And he said, man, this kid, he's like 16 or 17, sat in, and he just smoked it. His name is Michael Bland. And you know, I started to hear about him back then. Yeah. And when I finally heard you, it was like I never wanted to play that gig again. Yeah.
No, Oliver was always tight. I was at the Whiskey Junction one night and saw you playing.
Really?
I know what you're about, bro.
Yeah.
This is an amazing.
You brought that to a different
guys. This is an amazing group of musicians. Yeah. And then you know, quiet ass Matt over there.
The boy's got a lot of stories.
Oh my goodness.
I've been talking to Matt for pretty consistently for over the last couple of years. He never told me he played all that stuff on the Time records. I didn't know that, man.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Wait, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I did some solo work on the stick and
Okay.
another one of the other songs.
You did a lot.
Yeah.
Did a lot.
And Lisa Coleman did too. She played on some of the Time stuff, the first album too.
And sing.
Yeah, but Michael, do you remember working on a couple songs with me, playing like a drum solo, like a breakdown solo on toms, on electronic toms, on a song that we did back in the late 80s?
I remember coming over to your house a few times in succession. It's hard. I remember one thing. I was there when Eric was there one time.
Yeah,
and I think he had just like played on something, but he was
So-
playing completely different for you.
So that song that you played on was recently in a documentary film about this DJ named Kevin Cole, who is renowned for First Avenue, you know, spinning records, breaking Prince music there, and then later, you know, running FM 105 here, which is an alternative station. Then he moved to Seattle and got involved with the Amazon Music on the ground floor, helped develop that, and now he's worked at KEXP, which is a worldwide kind of streaming station that's still going. He's just working part-time there now. He's kind of winding down, but they did a documentary on him recently, and he picked a couple of those old 80s tracks that we did.
Okay.
For his music supervisor did. He kind of approved it, but you're on one of
Get your
those.
checks in the mail, man.
I'm glad that's what you use. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm looking at the list. I wanted to see what the other track was that you played on, Matt, and it was "Get It Up" and the
Get It Up.
stick.
Yeah.
And according to Prince Vault, which is quite a bit wrong on a lot of occasions, they say that Lisa didn't play anything on that first album, but you did do background vocals.
That's what it was. She did some background. That's right.
But I did not know. What am I seeing? Elisa, you saying you did vocals on Blondie on the Times Pandemonium album?
I did.
That's what it says. It says that you and Robert Power apparently did some.
What was the name of the song?
Blondie.
Unless he just sampled me and put me in there, I don't know.
You know,
That could well have been.
he was good for that.
Yeah, he recycled some of my drum tracks too.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah, I'm on some song on Hit and Run Volume 2. I'm on some song. He's like, oh, by the way, I put you on this song. Not the checks in the mail or any of that. Just hey, I recycled that track. Like, Okay, I live up the street. I could have came and done something, man. What?
Right.
The fog.
Let me make the money at least.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, apparently the girl vocals on Pandemonium were Jana Anderson, Robin Power, obviously, Elisa Fiorillo, Karen White, Margie Cox, Jill Jones, and Wendy and Lisa.
Whoa.
That's everybody.
Wow.
You don't need nobody else.
Boy, that's
No, and this
Yeah.
is like over. Yeah, this is like over. Not just on the Blondie song, but like across. Like Wendy and Lisa were on Chocolate, and yeah, Margie and Jill are supposedly all over this album too. This is crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I worked with Jane. I worked with Jane Anderson too on some stuff. We had her come in to sing on a couple songs back in the day. Yeah.
What is she? I haven't really heard much about Jane Anderson. I don't really know much about her. Who was she attached to, or did she ever do her own solo stuff? Or
I got
A
her
little.
deal.
Yeah,
I got
that's
her
right.
deal back in the day at Capitol.
wow.
Did she do a Don Henley thing once? Did she work with Don
was her-
Henley too?
She
I think
toured
so.
with him as a singer. She toured with him.
Yeah, right.
and Stevie Nicks, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right.
It's just, Elisa's album was absolute fire. I still listen to it.
And the woman is an amazing performer. Got to see her live. You got to stand by her live.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't be on the Love Machine and not prove yourself on the stage.
Come on, Love Machine.
Come on, Love Machine.
I paid my ticket.
Mr.
one.
Ridlow.
We might have to get that chorus because it's funky.
But and of course, obviously, we're continuing to go down the list. Obviously, you have Dr. Matt Fink, legendary Revolution band member, and has done a gazillion things beyond that. Even exceeded the Revolution. One of the few that made it through that mix. And Jason Peterson Delaire and Kirk Johnson, who was over in Europe and could not join us. And Jason is playing baseball.
Man, I got to tell you, putting this track together was so much fun. Because, the whole thing about this band and a lot of the other bands that are out there, like the NPG, like the Revolution, like Sheila, and many other, we're all we want to keep this genre rocking. We want to keep the funk alive. And I just went, Jason, that's a perfect song for us to redo. And then I talked to Kirk about it. I figured out an arrangement on it. He and I went in and we started sending it around like I do with my Funk Fridays. And I think you're familiar with that, where I would, I did 6 years of Funk Friday. In fact, we're celebrating that in July. I'll get back to that. But I sent it to Oliver. He put some ridiculous guitars on it. Matt put some great keys on it. JP blew some saxophone, but he came over to the house to do that. Jerome did his thing on it. I sent it to him. And of course, Elisa, you brought so much fire to that song. I was just like, I gave her zero direction. I just said, go. And what she sent back to me was so incredible. Same with Oliver. He just kind of went, okay, well, here it is. Here's my first thought. His first thoughts on these records were perfect. He's like, aren't you going to edit that? I'm like, hell no.
Man,
It
I sent him
sounds
these
great.
tracks. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not in a headspace to produce myself. So I gave you a bunch of first takes and just use any of it or use none of it. I'm sorry, I can't. And he's like, I'll go through it. And then when I heard the final thing, it's like, everything's playing. I'm like, dude. He's like, I
But
just
it's
like the way
great.
it felt. It was percolating. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
It does. It does exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only hear the shit I would normally edit out, but
A man after my own heart. I hear what's
Right?
wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't hear what's right.
I
hear what's
always hear the
wrong.
wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's funky and it was so fun and it was easy to do with these folks. I'll tell you that. And it's just fun to have new music out too,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and fun
And
to
I
play
even had-
too. We
I had
played it at
Jason's-
vibrato.
I had Jason's single
Yeah.
here too that he gave me a few times ago when I was at the Game of Love. He actually handed this to me, a single that I guess he had just done, and he had like a pocket full of these CDs, and he said, "Hey, Christopher, I want you to have this," and it's pretty nice. I mean, you know, and as we mentioned earlier, this brand new single that you guys have released was written by him. Him and Trey Balfour.
They toured with Michael Bolton together for 20 years, and they wrote it
That's
in a
crazy.
hotel room.
Wow. And it's just been sitting dormant all these years. I mean, or did he just like bring it out and said, "Hey, we should try this"? I mean, what's the
put
story?
it out on a record 15 years ago, and then we were at a rehearsal at my house, and I don't know whether he played it for me, and I just, you know, the light bulb was like, ding. I've been wanting to do new music, but I'm spread super thin in my life. I'm just too many balls in the air. And I said, Jason, this is the vehicle right here. This will get the ball rolling, and then we can do whatever we want. And it was a perfect thing for us to do, and the right first song for us, I think.
Yeah.
Man, and Jason is no slouch. I mean, he played with Alexander O'Neill also. Oliver, were you two in the band at the same time, or did you know each other?
I think I was in the very first band that toured with Alex after that record that Terry and Jimmy did with If You Were Here Tonight on it and all that stuff. So I think that was the first his first band. Jason wasn't playing at that time. At that time, Troy Williams was playing keyboards and sax in that band.
Man, this is just amazing. It's just you guys have such the threads of your greatness and just your contributions to the Minneapolis sound are just like a quilt of this. It's unbelievable. I mean, I keep seeing these notations in the chat room here talking about this literally is a room full of legends. Myself excluded, everybody here is freaking legends.
Everybody but me.
Everybody but me. Everybody in here, Minneapolis legends for real.
And aren't we lucky to be together?
Yeah.
We are.
Amen.
And still here.
Amen.
Yes.
Yeah, and still here. But I did actually, Paul, you actually sent me a little 30-second clip of this song promo, so we're gonna take a listen to it, and we'll talk about it here. So everybody take a listen to a little clip of this. It's just really small, just enough to get you going over to Spotify, which we'll talk about in a second.
Gotta keep the funk alive, don't ever let it die. I'm kind of old-fashioned, but the music gets me high. Gotta keep the funk alive, you know we gotta try.
Minneapolis Funk All-Stars, y'all.
Yeah, man. That's just a taste. You can actually go to funkatopia.com/MFAS, Minneapolis Funk All-Stars, MFAS, and it will take you right to the Spotify page where you can actually take a listen to it and check it out, because we need to get those listener things up so that it can get more into the rotations and get inserted into those random funk playlists that are on there, because we got to get the word out. And obviously merch too. I mean, you got tons and tons of merch. What's the best place for them to go and grab some of that merch? I got to write this down.
We just put it up. We've got CDs for sale as well.
Nice.
MinneapolisFunkAllStars.com. Spell Minneapolis out. MinneapolisFunkAllStars.com. And please buy some T-shirts so my wife will not be mad at me for having them all in the garage.
Yes.
Well,
Please,
just put
for the
aside,
love of God, buy some T-shirts.
put aside an XL. I'm going to be snagging one right after the show is over for sure.
Really soft too. I love mine. So
that's
material, which is rare. So.
I was trying to see if there was, because I had so many individual questions for each one of you, but you guys had again, Oliver, I had a laundry list of questions that I've kind of been putting aside for you, talking about stuff with bayonets and stuff, and you working with getting a drum lesson from Bernard Purdy. I did, like this, all these little stories and stuff, and there's so much that I want to know about you. I got to get you back on because there's just so much that I want to dig into because you have this amazing resume and illustrious career, and not a lot of people know who you are, and we got to fix that, man. For sure.
Well, thank you. I'd be honored anytime, man. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That will be a good.
Absolutely.
Just don't interrupt the dog's walk because the dog might come on and bite you.
That's right.
Yeah, well, we'll make sure we start that show a little bit later to make sure that you can stay on schedule.
Right on.
So before Paul, before you and the group head on, anything you guys want to share? What's the more recent shows coming up? Anything that we can do to follow up and?
Well, yeah, we've got a show coming up. I've been consulting for the Special Olympic Games that are happening, the USA Games happening this coming week in Minneapolis. So we're going to play a show on Father's Day. Then we're doing July 4th at Mystic Lake right before the fireworks. So that'll be fun. Those are 2 Minneapolis shows. In the middle of July in Minneapolis, once again, in Excelsior outside. And then we start traveling out west again, starting in August. We're actually doing a show with Sheila E. in Temecula on August 15th. Then we'll be in Saratoga, California, I believe October 17th, and a private party on the 18th. So it's just fun to be working. It's like this family is, we get to see each other. We get to play together. And some people can come, some people don't come. And it's just great when we do get the chance to get together to play and just have a great time.
And I'm having a good time with Paul running the business.
Doing the best I can.
It's a business.
Oh shoot!
Paul's good at what he does, y'all. Everybody here is good at what they do, and I'm just blessed to be able to be with this group of people.
Man.
We love you, JB.
Man. So you guys, again, make sure that you go to MinneapolisFunkAllstars.com. That's Minneapolis spelled out. Paul, spend that $12 and get that MPLS variation, please.
I think I have it.
Oh, good.
I think I already own it.
If you need help redirecting it, I can hook you up.
Oh, I got that, bro. He might.
Okay, good.
I'll see if it even works right now. You go ahead and keep talking. I'm gonna check it out right now.
That's Paul Peterson. That's Paul Peterson. Don't you know? Better ask somebody.
Yeah, you know what? MPLS Funk All Stars works too.
Perfect. That's great. So either way you want to get there, MinneapolisFunkAllstars.com. You can get the music, you can get the CD, you can get the merch. The merch that Paul Peterson has in his car, they actually have.
He's selling.
There you go. That's a little.
He's selling them from the car, from the trunk.
Yeah, he's selling them out of the trunk. You just got to catch him when he's riding down the street.
People boxing your trunk, Paul.
He's got some watches. He's got watches for sale.
I'm selling ice cream.
What you want? What you got?
What you need?
You got what size are you? Oh yeah, you're a medium.
Yep. Yeah.
No refunds. You said Betamax.
No, that's it. Cash on it.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the other. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at all
Minneapolis Funk All Stars right here.
Yeah, all right. That was clap for
Lisa Fiorello.
Yes, all right. Yes.
Jerome Benton, Dr. Matt Fink.
Yeah.
St. Paul Peterson, Oliver, and of course we have Kirk Johnson that wasn't able to make it, and Jason Peterson Delaire wasn't able to make it, but that's perfectly okay. Again, legends in the house. Thank you so much for hanging out. And y'all go Funkatopia.com/MFAS to go directly to the Spotify page, or go to MinneapolisFunkAllstars.com and get that merch and get that CD. Do you guys have like autographed versions of those CDs that you're selling on the site?
No, but they can come to the gig and buy them and get an autograph.
There you go.
That's the other option right there.
Right now they're not autographed. I think I'll have mine on there, but we need to get the whole band to do it. We tried, but we were a little busy in California.
Yeah.
We had a lot going on, so we'll work on that. But right now it's just me.
Yeah, how did that show go?
I want to say thank you to you guys for always supporting not only what we do, but what the whole Minneapolis family does.
Yeah.
Always good about letting us come on and,
Sure.
letting people know what we're up to. So thank you both for letting us come on.
Absolutely, anytime. Paul, you've got my number. The door is always open. Love everything that you do. I mean, it seems you continue carrying on that Peterson legacy. I mean, putting out just amazing materials and amazing singles with everything that you've done. And again, this is a little bit of cross promote, obviously with Eric Lee, the LP projects.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can find these CDs, that they're unbelievable. They're so friggin' good. And of course, there's so many different singles and whatnot. Lisa Fiorillo has got her brand new single that is dropping as well. Clear Blue Skies, that I guess already dropped just a couple of days ago or whatever. So that's really, really, that's awesome. And Oliver, I think the last thing I saw you doing was with, that was a few years ago though, with the Bayonets. But I mean, what are some other stuff that you have outside of Minneapolis Funk All Stars too that you're doing?
That I'm doing currently? Well, I've actually been in the studio with Susanna Melvoin.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
With David Gamson.
From Scritti Politti.
David from Scritti Politti and producer Michelle Indigicello. So many, I mean, he's got an amazing resume. He's just a great producer, a great programmer. And some of this stuff might be like funneling towards the family. We did something, a single or a track for the family. And some of the stuff might end up being, who knows, for Susanna, not really sure, but we've been sort of getting together, Susanna and I and David, on Thursdays. We just committed to like Thursdays we're getting in the room, and we've been doing that for about a couple months, and just seeing what music comes out of that. So, I mean, that's the most recent thing that I've done or been doing. Yeah.
Man. Oh, and somebody says Tony Lamont. What is that in regards to?
Oh, Tony Lamont. So David Tony
sorry.
Lamont's record, which is a sleeper of a record, man, is some great stuff on there. Tony Lamont was a really great singer and just a funky vibe. And
he's amazing.
Way too soon in a car accident, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the first artists on Paisley Park Records, right?
Yeah.
One of the very first signed to Prince's label.
Yeah, there's some great stuff, Higher Than High, and
yeah,
there's some great tracks on that.
Yeah, and Matt, what are you up to outside of Minneapolis Funk All Stars? I know there were some people that were talking. Nothing.
No, I'm kidding.
What's going on?
Nothing, Matt.
Nothing. They're making swipes at you when you're not paying attention. Is what happened.
Are they making fun of me again? Well, I've just been working on another project too. This playing stuff on another album for the last about year for some people out of Salt Lake City. Title of the project is called Bipolar Buck. And you can hear it on Spotify. It's not officially released, but it's kind of released, semi-released.
Bipolar Buck.
Buck, yeah. It's a mental health record, as you can imagine.
Wow.
With a name like that, but there's a lot of.
I'm still processing the names like Jerome.
Anyway, it's cool. It's cool, and it's produced by this guy named Steve Phillips, who's amazing producer, also who's worked with Bon Iver amongst others and some other people. So he's very accomplished as well. Berkeley School of Music guy.
Wow, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Minneapolis Funk All Stars right here featuring St. Paul Peterson. It's going to be amazing. Look, are you doing autographs right now while we're on air? Is this what's happening, Paul?
No, I'm on the Rotary crew. They're handing me the keys to the money.
Okay, well, let's let you get to that. Ladies and gentlemen, Minneapolis Funk All Stars. Thank you guys so much for joining us, man.
Great to see all of you. Much love.
Yeah.
Much love.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Thank you.
Oliver, Paul, with Oliver's permission, please send me Oliver's information because I'd love to get him back on the show. And we need I need to connect. We need to take care of you. All right.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love y'all. Bye.
Dan.
999.
Everybody,
Bye, Elisa. Love you, dear.
love you too.
Bye. Oh my gosh, man!
Wow.
I mean, legends,
Yes.
legends. Yeah, I mean, I know they were only here to promote a single, but it was like, how you can't have a room full of those folks.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
just say that. That's just it's impossible. Man.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
I've been looking at most of those people since the mid '80s.
And I meant to ask Jerome too. I don't know if Jerome can still hear me. I think he's the only one that's still sitting in the. I meant to ask him. Oh, here he is. Jerome, did you get those? Did you get those photos that I sent you of that I took for you of you and Greg Brooks? From Paisley
Yeah, I
Park?
did get those. I did
Okay.
get those. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that you got them. That's all I wanted to know.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. I'm gonna put with the ones I can't find.
If you need them again, just let me know. I'll resend them.
All right. But
All right,
thank you
talk.
very much.
No problem, Jerome. We'll see you later, man. Yeah, I had to make sure I kind of get these questions out. We did have a question that was floating here for you. I started here. It's a question. This is a big one. There's other commentary in here, though. Question for Michael B. in terms of Prince Vault releases. Just listen to the Act 2 after show from the Rex Club in Paris. After all these years, is it still one of my absolute favorites from this tour? Do you support this as a first release from the estate as a live series from the Vault on vinyl and stream for Record Store Day? And what is your memories from this show and tour?
Well, first off, it would have to do with. I know that there's a bootleg of that show for sure. I don't know what the quality is, but that's not like a show that we like recorded or multi-tracked or anything like that. There are there's at least I want to say, if I remember correctly, somebody told me there's maybe 4 multi-tracked shows from. One of them was I think at Earl's Court in London. I would answer the question. It would depend on the quality. I mean, I remember the Rex Club show. It was a lot of fun, but it's I think that the difficulty is discerning what certain people are interested in hearing and what certain people don't care about at all. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a weird thing when you start talking about live concerts and from a very specific period, so on and so forth. I don't know. I mean, ultimately, it would have to come down to the quality of the work.
Yeah, I think that's one of the other misconceptions too, is that there's so many. I mean, he recorded every single concert that he ever did, and you just never really know, honestly, what how good it is.
That was just an after show, though. So I mean, nobody was pulling a truck up to the to the nightclub after we played the stadium in town.
Yeah, I mean, we hear a variety of different shows, like 3121 residency in Las Vegas that they played at the Celebration, which was phenomenal. They apparently recorded every single one of the shows, the multiple shows. Somebody said he did like 40 something shows if you include like the after parties and the late stuff and the pop-ups and whatever hit and runs. There was like 40 something shows that were done in Vegas, and every single time that he did it, it was being recorded very, very well from the board from somewhere. So there literally is a massive collection of shows specifically from that Las Vegas residency that, I mean, and you just don't know. You don't know what quality of recording are on any of those shows, especially the after shows, after parties, because some of that stuff was just so not impromptu. I do have that question though. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of advance notice, and you may know this or not, but there's been some venues that it was said that they only got like 24-hour notice that Prince was going to be coming and being on that stage. And they would either have to keep it quiet, or nobody knew until the last minute that it was even happening, or where it was happening. How much of that did you see when you were doing those shows over in Europe? Because there's plenty of examples of that over there.
My first tour, we didn't do any. The new tour, there were no after party shows. It didn't start until we came back to Europe, really. Probably in 91 or 92. But yeah, I think the main reason they had to keep it quiet was because Prince could change his mind at the last minute and just decide, nope, I'm not feeling it. So they couldn't really go. I mean, he changed his mind.
There were no after parties on the new tour at all?
Well, fans, check and see if I'm right. Any after shows from 1990?
Yeah, we can obviously look on Prince Vault and just kind of take a look and just
I don't remember playing any, but I don't mean it didn't happen either. But yeah, it still could have happened. I just still don't remember. But
yeah, I mean, I'm looking at everything, and everything seems to be relatively just the show. I don't see anything that's. I mean, most of it's like Wembley Arena, National Exhibition Center, Wembley Arena.
Yeah.
There's a place in Cork, Park U. I don't even know how to pronounce that. That's in Ireland. But I don't know if that wouldn't have been just an after party. It's a standalone show. I mean,
also, yeah, I mean, when Rosie was in the band, we definitely didn't do it often because, I mean, singing like that, you gotta rest. You need your rest. Sometimes we go play without her, but they very rarely saw Rosie at any after shows. Yeah.
Because was it health related, or she didn't want to do it, or
no, vocal rest. I mean, she made it look and sound easy, but that's that. I mean, when your voice is your instrument, man, you got to stay in tip top. You know that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You're a singer.
Yeah, and you can easily listen to a song like Diamonds and Pearls and be like, no.
Yeah, I'll tell you something that nobody knows. She had a sample of that high note she hits during the outro of that song. She had a sample on a key in case she couldn't hit it one night, and she never had to use it. But she was always concerned, Man. I mean, to be that good you have to maintain, you just have to maintain. I don't. For years, I mean, unless we had what we called mandatory fun night, I would normally just be in my room sleeping. I had to be, chipper and ready for action because Prince didn't really sleep. So you had to catch it when you could, I mean, at least being the drummer. If I'm dragging, everybody's dragging. So there's a tremendous amount of responsibility to keep, your stuff together,
That's just crazy. It's just unbelievable, man.
It was life.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys. I mean, I was thinking about this when I was at this. I think I may have mentioned this during the recap episode that we did for the celebration. That week was just a total whirlwind because you'd get in, be at a show until late at night, not performing, but just attending the show until late at night. And then you had to be somewhere early in the morning, in the case of a performance, maybe you had to like do some promotions at a radio show or radio station or do, some type of events or whatever. But it was just like pow, 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 pow late at night. And you still had to be up at Paisley Park or in downtown Minneapolis at like 9 or 10 o'clock. And it was just bang, bang, bang. And I remember those days when you're like, playing and, you happen to follow these bands that toured like Pearl Jam and stuff where they're doing these regional shows and you got to follow them around. But it's just even the performance itself, going from place to place to place and doing a performance is just it's just exhausting. I honestly don't know people like yourself and even the people that do it nowadays, like the Taylor Swifts and the Billie Eilishes and Ariana Grandes, and it's just how they continually do these long tours where it's just day after day after day after day. It's just got a toll, man.
No, that Taylor Swift tour sounded crazy. Like it's like I can't believe she did. And it was like how long was that show she was doing?
Yeah, but I mean, they're long shows. I mean, you get
singing, dancing,
like 2.5, 3 hour shows.
Yeah.
I mean, just unreal. It's just, I mean, Prince used to do those types of shows too. I mean, sometimes the after parties were longer than the concert that you saw. It was like,
yes, but the reason it was so novel was because Prince got bored before the audience did. So I'm talking about it's a grind. If you're doing the same show every night and it's 3 hours, 3.5, and it's the same routine, man, I couldn't do it. It would drive me crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's just a lot. And of course you got, people that have been doing it since the beginning of time, like George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, that will get on the stage.
Yeah, some people just
I've
live
left
up there.
shows
Yeah,
early.
right.
I've left shows early. I mean, there was one where George gave me a stink. Well, not a stink eye, but I think I've told the story before when I went to Return of the Mothership, which was early 2000s? I think it was may have been late 90s, but it was the Return of the Mothership. I don't remember the exact year of it. And it was here in Atlanta. And, especially with R&B and funk and soul, those concerts never go on time, like ever. And we're
what you
standing
trying
there.
to say, man?
I'm trying to say CPT. It's just that's the reality of it, man. But what was crazy is that this show 8:01, and I was just shocked. I was like, oh, this is starting right on time. And Bootsy Collins and the Brides of Funkenstein came out, and they were just jamming and killing it. And then the turnover between it was like non-existent. And so it started like at 8:01, and then at 12:45, it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning at this point. They've already played over 4 hours. And I said, I would love to hang, but I gotta go, man. This is ridiculous. And as I'm walking out, the door is by the stage. As I'm walking out, George Clinton comes running over to the corner of the stage and gets down and with his mic, and he's like in my face, like, "Where you going, mother?" I was just like,
those people dudes are like that, man. I was at a clinic that Dennis Chambers was giving here in Minneapolis, and I had to go down to Dr. Mambo's combo. I was 16. I'm sitting in watching Dennis give his clinic, and I tried to sneak out. I can't sneak nowhere. I'm too big for that. But I was leaving. I was trying to get out quietly, and he was answering somebody's question. Hey, man, where you going, man? Just like, I got a gig. And he came right down to the gig and sat in. So I was like, man, okay, great. Dennis Chambers is here, cramping my style and whatnot. But
wow. No,
those P-Funk folks, they're very forward.
Yeah, it's just what a collective there too, man. That's just I've been working on George, trying to get him to come on the show, but he's, I know that he does some regular. Danny Bedrosian has his a little bit of a podcast where, for those who don't know, Danny Bedrosian is the keyboardist for Parliament Funkadelic and has been for many years. Student of Bernie Worrell and that whole diatribe, and he actually. Where is it at? I'm sure it's here somewhere. He actually wrote the authorized Parliament Funkadelic discography, very, very similar to what Dwayne Tudall did for the Prince volumes that you see up here. Oh, there it is right there. I just pointed at it. So this is the authorized P-Funk song reference, official canon of Parliament Funkadelic. Of which I am actually thanked in here, which I greatly appreciate, because he was actually writing this book. It's structured very, very similar to Dwayne Tudall's book, and he had gotten this together and he had marketed it to a bunch of publishers, and they all turned him down. There was like, nope, we're not interested. Nope, we're not interested. Oh, wow. And he came on the show, and I think, or we were talking on the phone. I can't remember. It was one of the two. And he mentioned the difficulties he was having. And I was like, well, Dwayne Tudall's book with Roman Littlefield are like doing incredibly well, and they love that style of book. Maybe you should go there because I think it would do well there. They've had phenomenal success with Dwayne Tudall's books, and I'm sure they would be all about entertaining another book along this, a similar lines, and with Parliament Funkadelic. And sure enough, he reached out to them and got the book deal, and
how about that?
There it is, man. Yeah, so he actually thanked me in here, and but anyways, he has a podcast, and he is just, I mean, you could tell by the book, he is just this unbelievable mind of P-Funk history, and just like everybody that was playing it. There's another book, a second one that's coming out with this, that is way more detailed, that talks about the session work. So it literally talks about everybody that was in the room for like a majority of the songs. And I was just like, I can't even wrap my head around that, because I don't think I've ever been to anything P-Funk related recording wise. I've been invited to some different things where there's like 20 people in the room. It's just it's like, oh my God, it's like there's so many people in here. It's just unreal. So it's a daunting task, but he's apparently going to be doing it. But anyways, yeah, he has a podcast, and George comes in. They dig into like a specific track. They'll like really get into the stories of the construction of a lot of songs or whatever it is that he's focusing on. So yeah, He does a lot of that. It's very, very cool. So look it up. Danny Bedrosian. That's Bedrosian. I'll do it real so you can check that out. But you can look him up and check out his podcast and stuff, man. He's got a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, nice guy. I really liked him when we had him on the show here.
Yeah, he's a really, really good dude, and just full of history too. I mean, just his own history is just unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to ask Paul if they plan to make a video for this new song, because it's a really cool new track. Again, if you guys didn't get an opportunity to check out the track yet, Funkatopia.com/MFAS. That's Minneapolis Funk All-Stars. That's the acronym, MFAS. And it will take you right to the Spotify page where you can check that out. And obviously get up their listens, take a listen, check it out. And, it's a brand new song. It was written by Jason Peterson Delaire, and also, what's his name? I keep forgetting, Trey Balfour. Those two wrote the song like 15 years ago in a hotel room when they were on tour with Michael Bolton, which we just heard. And if you missed the interview, it was really, really cool. We had a lot of folks here. Matt Fink was here. We had Oliver Lieber here, Jerome Benton, Elisa Fiorillo, St. Paul Peterson, all just here.
You did the recap on the same show?
I mean, it's just unbelievable, man. If you missed, well, I'm seeing people going here, just got here.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm just filling them in. So if you missed any part of the show, after we're done here, you can go to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, and you can listen to whatever you missed. It'll be the audio version, or you can just go to YouTube and go to the live channel. And please make sure that you like and subscribe. Please. I don't know why I keep forgetting to post that little graphic. They got so much going on now in StreamYard. I can't find like a lot of this stuff, but it's like, all right, where's the like and subscribe little thing that pops up? That's pretty cool. Oh, well, I'll find it eventually, but in the meantime, just do it. Subscribe, like, and whatever else, man. I got a question. Did you, let's get back to this. I had a couple little extra things that I wanted to talk about. Obviously we started the show talking about, that today is the 34th anniversary of the Sexy MF video. So if you're just getting in here late, this was it. This is when you became instant. Did you notice like the way that people approach you or that recognized you? Did you see the shift after this video happened, or?
No, the shift came with like probably Get Off actually right away. The shift was no, even earlier than that, Party Man. That's where the shift came. Really.
Really?
After everything after that was just residual. But I mean, Get Off really broke it.
But there's so much focus on you on this video. I mean, it's just.
Listen, the camera loves me. If you look at any of the videos for the songs I played on, Prince always gave me a fair amount of close-ups and whatnot.
Yeah, that's just awesome. That's really awesome.
Thanks, Prince.
There's what, we're thinking about little ideas and stuff that I keep seeing these people post these things for other artists online, and I'm like, why can't the estate do something like this? Would be really, really cool. This video right here that I saw, where did they go? Let me get this.
No, I don't still have the hats. Those hats were ruined by years of European dry cleaning and just no. The bones were sticking out like they were at the end. They were kind of poking me, So,
man,
sorry, nope, didn't save the hats. They couldn't be salvaged.
This, I'll put the audio up just quickly because they're definitely going to hit us with this because this is a Michael Jackson thing. But look at this product that they've created for MJ. I'm assuming this is not official, but I've seen these things pop up. I want you guys to check this out. Look at this. So it's basically this thing that you can put on your refrigerator, and it has these little like mini cassettes that pop into this player, and you can choose which song that you want, and you could slip it into there. They start saying here that you can buy this at Target. You cannot buy this at Target. I don't know why. I guess they must have came in there with a couple of boxes and put them on a Target shelf to make it look like that, but they were just kidding. And apparently they have a website called Cassette Q, CassetteQue.com is where they sell this. Let me see if I can see. Yes, this is. So I'm assuming this is not official by any stretch of the imagination. It doesn't even look official. It doesn't say it is official. It's just
AI. Is it AI?
No, it's actually a thing. I've seen this. I've actually seen somebody have one of these before, but they only have two different versions. They have a Michael Jackson one and a Taylor Swift one. So there's actually a Taylor Swift one that's the same thing. It kind of has this little tiny mini cassettes that you can stick in this thing, and apparently it's legit. It's supposed to be it. It's a really cool idea. It's just these little types of gadgetry and marketing, just out of the box marketing that would be really, really cool. Because if there was a Prince version of something like that where you could like select, just be able to grab a cassette and stick it in to this little player, that would be really cool. I would assume it's just snippets. I don't think it's the entire songs, but they could do the entire song. But I would imagine it would just be like a 1 minute clip or something like that. Anthony Richardson asking, have I heard the AI Prince album? I have not heard I think somebody has sent me a link to something like that, but I can't bring myself to, because I'm still in a debate over this Unbeknownst to You track that I can't wrap my head around that it's AI. I know everybody keeps saying it's AI, it's AI, it's AI. It's like, well, we've had talks with other people that are like, it could be right, it might not be, because of the amount of detail that went into the creation of that track with the lyric matching and everything else. It's just, again, these people that make this AI music are really lazy. They don't go to that level of detail and just say, they normally will say something like, create a song in this style, using Prince's voice and, lyrics that he, might do, or, just about this topic and whatever, and go. and AI does a pretty good job at mimicking things. But to go to the level of detail to say, here are the actual lyrics for the song, which we know the lyrics of the song because the lyric sheets were sold on RR auctions, and it was verified that was Prince's handwriting and that was the lyrics themselves, and the lyrics match exactly. So it's not just the lyrics match, it's the tonality of it, it's the flow. Because one of the things you'll notice about Prince in regards to lyrics is that there is no wasted space. None of his lyrics, none of the flow of his lyrics are awkward. Nothing kind of, doesn't really fit, doesn't feel like it's kind of jammed in there a little bit. Everything when he sings, it just flows. There's Jaden. What are you wearing? What's going on?
I broke my toe.
Jaden's just come in and she's broken her toe.
What happened?
What? How did you break your toe?
I dropped my rifle on my foot when I was putting it away.
Okay. She dropped a rifle on her foot. Okay. All right. So she's working at our church doing, I guess, is it a kids camp? Mm-hmm. She's overseeing a kids camp and just kind of pushing kids around and knocking them down on the ground and making sure there's no cameras first.
As long as you don't drop any rifles on them, I think you're good. On those kids.
Yeah, but anyways, going back to the AI thing, it's just the way that he sings and the way that he delivers his lyrics is so flowing, and it doesn't. Again, there's no wasted space. There's no wasted syllables. Everything's just a perfect fit. And that track that's out there is like pitch perfect mimicry. It's ridiculous. It's like ridiculous. And so, again, it's terrifying to know that. And I did ask Charles this when I was there. I said, unbeknownst to you. And he said, oh, no, it's AI. But I don't know whether or not I don't know. I don't know whether or not he had heard the song or not, because I had to I don't know. But he would know. I mean, he's in there all the time, but it's just I have a very, very difficult time accepting that it's AI just because of the friggin' the way that it is. And I've listened to Prince for friggin' over 40 years of my life. Just absorbing everything that he does and knowing all the lyrics to all the songs and how he sings it and the flow of everything. And so to be able to hear a song and go, yeah, that's him, and have it be AI with the depth of knowledge that I have as far as his style.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
Scary as shit.
But yeah.
So I don't know. It is well. It's all good. Yeah. Did you happen to watch the? I'm curious if anybody in the chat room has watched Michael Jackson: The Verdict on Netflix. Now listen, I know there's a ton of people here that have said, "Oh no, shame on Netflix! I'm canceling my subscription," and blah 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 blah. Same thing would have happened with the Prince not Netflix documentary. Well, everybody would have been up in arms and been like, "Oh, this is horrible. This is travesty. I'm canceling Netflix." Blah 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 blah. When it comes on and it shows up, like when you first log into Netflix and it says, "We believe you'd like this," and you'd be like, "Well, I don't want to see it. I don't click." Yeah. Look, you're gonna watch it. So I just, and the only reason why I decided that to go ahead and watch it was because I was more interested in the drama of it, knowing the end result, knowing that he was never been not accused of it, never been he was not guilty across the board.
Yeah, he was acquitted.
Yeah, he was acquitted. So none of this, according to a court of law, none of that stuff happened, and it was all lies, and it was all about money and everything. And most MJ fans will say that is absolutely the case. And of course, you know, you have to have faith that that's what it is. But it was interesting to kind of see exactly, because they do it from a perspective of, well, this is what the defendant said, and this is what the plaintiff say. This is what it is. So it's just kind of a back and forth. And it's like, you know, I would like to see all the little teeny, you know, pieces and whatnot. It's just, it was very, very intriguing. It didn't, you know, paint him one way or the other. Obviously, it painted him as not guilty, because that's what a court of law said. But again, just keeps on bringing it up. It's like they keep on bringing it up.
Yeah, you know, but is it just me, or did you find the timing a little interesting?
That was the other thing I was going to comment on. I was wondering if you would make mention of that. Yeah, because it was just with the Michael movie coming out and doing phenomenally well in the box office. It well exceeded. I mean, they always have these expanded or overhyped expectations about what a movie's going to do monetarily, but I don't think that they saw that coming. I think
they wish he'd kind of go away, but you can't. Much like Prince, it's like his energy is still conscious and in this plane. You know what I mean? It's like
right.
He's
doesn't go anywhere. Right.
It does. You can't destroy energy.
Nope. Absolutely cannot.
But what I will say is that if it's any indication of what they were going to try to do with Prince's documentary, then I'm glad it didn't come out, because it looks messy to me that Netflix would try to drop something like that after the biopic comes out. It says something to me about their intentions.
Yeah, I think. Well, one of the biggest things, obviously, is that it was so highly publicized with all the accusations of the child molestations and stuff, and it was the multiple counts. It was like, you know, it wasn't like a Bill Cosby level of accusers, but it was like this. It was more than there should be. You know, it was like. Sure. It's like trying to figure out who's telling the truth and what's what, but they kind of also went into the little bit of the background of like that initial kid. I don't remember the name of the one that they had so much conflict on him. So that I was glad that they included that. It was just like, yeah, he said this, but then if you look at this, he also said that. And so they kind of went back and pleaded his case to kind of help you understand why it was not guilty. And
sure,
but. With the Prince stuff, as far as the Netflix documentary is concerned, that would have been none of that stuff was ever brought to court. Like there was, the accusations of him, the abuse, the physical abuse, and whatever else
sure.
that people were just off to the side accusing him of. They never took him to a court of law. It was never, and most people outside of the purple world, that weren't following his career that closely, just loved his music, but weren't really looking into who he was as a person and weren't reading biographies and just kind of nobody knew about that stuff. And a lot of people didn't know about any of that stuff until way, way later. I don't think I knew about any of most of those accusations until way later, past the 80s. I didn't know any about any of that stuff was coming out. Yeah. So I got you. So I'm glad they stopped. The point of it, I'm glad they stopped the Netflix documentary, because you just can't. I'm all about people being able to tell their truths, but at the same point, don't tell your truth if you're making accusations that the person isn't there to,
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. Another reason why I sort of, not objected to the documentary coming out, but I was just like, when people aren't around to defend themselves, man, it gets sketchy. The MJ documentary, I was gonna say, I watched the first episode. I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 parts. I watched the first part, and I don't really need to go through this again.
Yeah. Yeah, Rodney makes a good point. Netflix grabbed the opportunity to grab viewership. It was all planned. Yeah,
of course, I got it.
Yeah.
But again, and it's yes, okay. Well, I don't blame them for being in business to be in business, but it's just like, why did it have to be that? Why did it have to be the verdict? Why did it have to be something that would threaten the success of the biopic? You know what I mean?
It's not like they were just like, oh, you know, it's like there's this consensus. Nancy, I'll get to your question. Nancy asks, are Michael Jackson fans fanatics like we are about Prince? If not more so, Nancy.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like hardcore, like they are literally fanatics. I mean, not saying that Prince didn't have those types of fans, but there was like Michael Jackson's fans go to the level of fanaticism that is just like, you know, people. I don't think I've ever remembered a video of watching Prince where people in the audience are passing out, and you know, I don't.
Not for a good reason.
No, I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, so I not like that.
No.
With MJ fans, it was like happening on a regular basis. Like people literally could not contain themselves and just like.
Magoo told me, he said, man, Magoo, my old drum tech, who's now like, I mean, he's worldwide. Magoo is worldwide. He said, man,
Who's Magoo?
Magoo, James McGregor. He was my drum tech when I worked for Prince. Poor Goo is about James McGregor. It's about Magoo.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. Magoo is, Magoo has worked with everybody now. He was Beyonce's either production manager or stage manager. He was, I mean,
okay.
Everybody in the industry knows Magoo. I just want to say,
Prince fans, just let me go. Save your story. Just want to make sure you got that tidbit that poor Goo is about Magoo, who he's about to talk about here. I'm gonna have to listen to it in a different context now. He was your drum tech, and something. Okay, all right, cool. Go ahead.
I mean, Prince literally made that song up on the spot. We were in Studio C, jamming as a trio. It was like early New Power Trio, like jam sessions. And well, I don't want to go into the details of the story because it's kind of personal, but Prince is literally singing to Goo while he's in the room. Prince is literally talking to Magoo on that song.
That's crazy.
He said, man, I went to see the Jackson 5, man, when I was a kid. He said there was grown women fainting. Grown women just fainting at J5.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, Lord Branham, I'm not going to read that comment. Holy cow. That's a little bit dark. Wow.
Who is he talking about?
He says, well, I'll yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's just talking about somebody that basically committed suicide when he found out that MJ died. That's oof. That's, I mean, so yeah, I don't, with Prince fans, it's not like that level of, that level of fanaticism is.
Listen, I've heard some things, I've met some people, but I think one of the main differences is that Michael Jackson was, I mean, almost on deity level. I think that he was in the world trying to do something with the world. Prince is like an alternate universe. You know, I think it's just a thing. It's like either you're into escapism, then you probably prefer Prince. But if you're into like the world, like somebody's perspective on the world as it is, I think that's MJ. I think they had different missions while they were here, I think.
Yeah, I think Prince dealt a lot with the topicality that MJ did as well. I mean, it was just, you know, he was just a little bit deeper about it. Definitely a little bit deeper about it. And as his career progressed, it became more and more philosophical. And then you get tracks like One Song and things that are just like this.
Yeah.
You know, but
that's the thing. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but Prince was self-indulgent. Prince made music for himself. MJ was trying to make music for the world. They're just different missions, really.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a good question. Somebody asked, did we watch the Earth, Wind, and Fire documentary that's now on too? I watched it. That's really, really good. There was a bunch of stuff I didn't know about that project, but Questlove's new documentary about Earth, Wind, and Fire is also out. Was Amazon? I think Amazon.
Are there
Prime,
two, or we're just talking about the one? Is there another one other than the one that Quest did?
No, I mean there. I think there may be. I absolutely think I've seen not discography on a documentary on them, but this one that Questlove just came out just a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago. I think it came. Yeah, it's really really good. It's really good.
I watched it twice. It's
pretty. Yeah, it's a lot of and actually, I'm not gonna blow any things, but to find out that Stevie Wonder was actually inspired by Earth, Wind, and Fire and some of his biggest hits. I'm not gonna go into it.
Okay,
let them find it. Let them find out themselves.
All right.
But there's a major song from Stevie Wonder that was directly inspired from
a
the
major
horn line
song by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. What is your take on Elvis?
Mine?
Yeah, yours.
I'm trying to decide how incendiary I want to get.
I mean, don't get too incendiary because I want to talk a little bit about this documentary on Baz Luhrmann's Epic, which is an acronym for Elvis Presley in concert.
I've seen this, man. That show, that movie is bad. Yeah, man, I'm into it.
Okay, first off, was never a huge Elvis Presley fan. I mean, I remember exactly where I was when they announced that Elvis Presley had died. We were living in Detroit, and we were living in the projects of Detroit. And I remember walking into the grocery store, and I went over to the candy aisle to get a marathon bar, which I always did when I was a kid. And a lot of people don't remember.
Okay, all right.
Marathon bars were for 15 cents. It was this long candy bar that was like a braid of chocolate and caramel.
Chocolate covered caramel, yes.
And it was the one candy bar that you literally could eat for like an hour.
Yeah.
It was
that and like an all-day sucker. That's it.
Right. It was just, and I remember going to the candy aisle, and then right off to the right was the tabloid at the time. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember seeing Elvis dead, and this woman rushing over and like almost pushing me over to grab one, and like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And it was just like, this can't be like new news, because normally it took like a few days for the newspaper to get it out in print like that, or maybe it was a day, I don't know.
Sure.
But it was, I remember exactly where I was and what was going on, and it was just unbelievable. But to get back to this documentary, if nobody's seen this yet, go to Paramount Plus and check this out, because it's Baz Luhrmann's Epic. And I've just never really appreciated much of Elvis. I liked, some of his music. He's got great songs, but some of these songs that are like the deeper tracks, like Poke Salad, and which is not even really a deep track, but stuff like that, it's like, man, this I didn't know about this side of Elvis. That's just, I'm surprised. I don't know. What was your takeaway on this? You've already seen this.
I stumbled across it like probably 2-3 years ago, like some footage, like probably on YouTube or somewhere. So I'm familiar with it, but I haven't seen it recently. I couldn't really tell you.
Man, it's just, I mean, it's what I like about it is that I wish they would do. I would hope that the state would watch this too, to kind of get a little bit of an idea of a really cool behind the scenes thing that kind of it intermixes his younger performances with his later performances, and they would actually interpolate like a performance of Poke Salad from like 20 years before or 10 years before. Sure. and then they would do it, and they would mix them so you could kind of see the difference of,
So you want to see Prince playing 1999 and 1982 and 1999?
It was just like, the way that they kind of weaved it together to kind of give you kind of just show you the progression of the song and just how things have changed. I mean, I can physically hear like what's Pop Life. Pop Life is one of those songs by Prince that you listen to what you listen to how he did it back in the 80s, but then, then in the 2000s when he brought it back and it just had that thick bounce of had that all that horns. It just became a totally different song, and it was just cool to be able to see a lot of that behind the scenes stuff, even when they were recording, and his banter with the background singers and his laughing and him messing up and starting a song with the wrong lyrics and be like, oh, and then it was just those types of moments that were just kind of gave you so much insight into who he was as a person and the way he kind of held himself.
I'd like to
backstage.
Say,
it's just
I'd
cool.
like to say something though. I don't believe that type of footage, if there is any of Prince, it's not plentiful. I mean, listen, I love Prince and his music as much as anybody else, but that was a person who really controlled what you saw and what you heard. Mm-hmm. And if anything was being filmed, it was because it was at his behest, and he already knew what he was going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that he was contrived, but he had very clear boundaries about what he wanted people to see and what he didn't.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard stuff.
It'd be hard to see him in
nothing released. Yeah.
I'm saying it would be hard to catch him in a very candid moment in front of a camera. Like his awareness of the camera being on him, really, he wasn't the type of person who it wouldn't just melt into the distance. We had to learn how to be just ignorant of the camera. Like it's like another person hanging around.
Did he ever say anything like "don't look into the camera" or anything, or did he ever give you any type of instruction like that? Or
no, only in photo sessions it would just be like find your light, because if you don't feel light on you, that means you're not being seen. So that, but no, never any real sort of I mean, when we were shooting videos, of course there was instruction, but I mean, yeah. Other than that,
I was trying to remember if it was the nude tour. There's like one tour that you're on that he's wearing a really flowy white outfit with. It's not like tassels, but it was just.
Really, and it's got kind of a keyhole right here, like around.
Yeah, and he had that style in his hair that was kind of like slicked down and.
He was dressed like Brian May or somebody.
Yeah, right. I don't even remember what tour that was, but I remember seeing footage from that tour.
That's the Gold Experience tour.
Is it? And it is. And you were in the dark like a lot. Like it seemed like if the lights hit you, it was like really brief, and it was just kind of went over. I was like, I want to see Michael. And
I don't think it was a personal vendetta. I think it was just quick
clips.
Yeah, it just wasn't my ear.
That's all right. It's all right. No. There you go.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, what a night! I mean, it was really, really great hanging out with you guys. Just kind of to recap the evening a little bit. We started out the show just kind of talking about the recap from last week and me thanking you guys for all the kind comments and whatnot that received. And we also talk about the 34th anniversary of the Sexy MF video and that type of stuff. And we also talk something really cool documentaries. You got the Elvis Presley documentary that I think it's on Paramount Plus. I know I've seen people say right. HBO Max, and I see people saying other places that it's been out. I've never seen it. If it's been out for years, like everybody is saying here, then I've never seen it. But so it's really crystal clear 4K type of stuff. It was like, yeah, it's like POW now.
The Earth, Wind and Fire documentary though is on HBO, I believe.
Yes, I think or is it HBO or Amazon Prime?
Maybe they made a deal with both, but I'm pretty sure I saw it on HBO.
Yeah, and then of course we had the Minneapolis Funk All Stars featuring St. Paul Peterson. Man, it was so cool.
Yeah, we had a little cookout.
Yeah, it was nice. It was about an hour. We had St. Paul Peterson, Elisa Fiorillo, Jerome Benton, Oliver Lieber, and Dr. Matt Fink all here. The only two people that weren't able to make it was Kirk Johnson, who was over in Europe, and Jason Peterson Delaire.
JP.
I meant to ask you about what is apologies if this is ignorant, because I just don't know. I've just always wondered, and I figured, well, I'm going to eventually ask this question out loud. what is the Dallaire part of his name? I know he's part of the Peterson family, but I don't. Do you know what the story is?
Well, his father's last name is Dallaire.
Okay,
But his mom is Linda Peterson.
Okay, so he wanted to carry both of the names, so that's Peterson Dallaire. Okay.
I think he just wanted his own identity. I mean, why not?
So his mother did not rename to Dallaire. She just kept the Peterson.
I'm not sure if his. I don't know what his government name is. I never arrested him or anything. I'm just saying. I knew him as Jason Peterson, and at some point it became JP Dallaire. And I mean, I never asked him about his motivations, but I presume it just has to do with. I mean, listen.
It's like John Cougar Mellencamp, right? It's just like it's just going to happen.
You have to understand how influential the Peterson family has been.
Sure.
In Minnesota, I mean, surely he's like, I mean, his uncles and everybody in his family pretty much is world famous. You have to decide at some point how are you going to separate yourself.
Yeah,
that's
definitely
all
for sure.
I mean, we're just speculating here, but I don't know really what his motivation was, but I would want to, if my whole family was doing music, I'd have to figure, and they were that bad, I'd have to figure out a way to stand out,
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, and I when he handed me this CD of the single, the Game of Love, and I don't know if this is available or not because he personally handed it to me. He had a pocket full of them, and he was like, I'm going to give it to you. And I think he gave me one. I think Eric Rogers got one too, but it's really, really good. Mixed by Cubby.
Talented cat. He always was.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. And of course, we did talk about the Earth, Wind, and Fire documentary from Questlove as well. But in regards, going back to Minneapolis Funk All-Stars, if you want to check out the single, go to funkatopia.com/MFAS. Minneapolis Funk All-Stars is the acronym. But you can also go to minneapolisfunkallstars.com. Doesn't matter if you spell it out or if you use MPLS. It all goes to their site, and you can pick up that really, really cool merch and whatnot. And we got to talk to all of them. And if you missed any part of that, then you absolutely can watch the shows as soon as we're done. Just go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Funkatopia. Click on that live tab, and it will take you directly to the Spotify. I mean, to this thing, and then you can watch the whole show. You can watch the interview. Sorry, I got different track. I was watching the chat. This is the reason why I don't like to talk and watch chat, because I'm like watching things go by, and it's like, it's just yeah, I would love to do some DJing stuff. Absolutely. I've got a lot of really, really cool stuff that I would love to get out. Stuff that Prince put out there years ago, like in quick hits and stuff, like whether it's MPG Music Club or whether it was, he dropped it on YouTube, and I got tons of stuff that would be really, really cool. And I've stemmed a lot of stuff too, which I want to say I will eventually do. I'm going to do a show. I'm just trying to craft it and get it together and kind of make a list of stuff that's cool. But I've been listening to this radio station, our Funked Up app, which is free, by the way. Go to iPhone, go to whatever, the Apple Store or Google Play and get the Funked Up app. But when you listen to Prince's music in headphones, it's a completely different experience. You can hear all these little intricate things that are going on, and there's so many things that are happening, even in songs that you know really, really well. And I just wanted to stem some of that stuff out and play it and see if people are able to identify the songs that it comes from. You could just see how much attention that you pay to some of these songs, because there are some really, really cool stuff that should be heard. But I would love to stem out little pieces and just little clips and just see if you can identify the song and just kind of dig a little bit more into how he constructed songs. Yeah. And another idea is I want to get Corey on the show, Corey Eischen. I want to get him on the show because his in-depth knowledge of the keyboards and all the individual components and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And just the evolution of the keyboards and his involvement in some of that too is
absolutely.
Yeah, so
let's geek out a little bit, man.
Oh man, I love it. That's absolutely what we want to do. We want to dig a little bit deeper and kind of geek out with some of you musicologists out there, because it's not just him and I know we know that you guys are out there.
Yep.
So we definitely like to geek out. And that's one of the reasons why we're trying to get, guys like Stuart Copeland on the show, where, Stuart and Michael can geek out on all things drums, and just, I can do a show where I can just sit back and just absorb whatever. So I'm all about it. So, man.
The future.
Future. It's all coming, man. I hope you guys had a great time. Don't know about next week. Might finally take a week off. I don't know if we will or not, but we're working. We have a lot of irons in the fire with a lot of the things that I just talked about. Not only that, but and if it doesn't come to fruition, we're not going to kill it. We want to make sure that if we come online, we have something really, really good for you that's going to be worth watching. And that's it. Make sure that you subscribe, like, whatever it is that you're watching on. If it says subscribe, click that. If it clicks like, can't remember which one's which, but just do all that stuff. Follow, like, subscribe. Please click on that stuff, because we got to keep moving.
Funkatopia live, please.
Yeah, but I didn't realize, how many followers we had on Instagram. I was just like, I don't remember what it was like. I was surprised, because I don't do much on Instagram, and I just started doing something on Instagram, like not even a couple of years ago, and even sporadically at that, and it still was like over 12,000 or something like that. And I was like getting up there, was like, okay, all right, I see you Instagram, and I don't even really do much there, but I'm gonna keep posting to it. I'm gonna try to be wherever you are. So there's that. Man, Michael.
Yes.
Any plans for this weekend? I know it's Father's Day for me. I know I'm just gonna kind of sit back and absorb it. But any big plans this weekend?
Well, actually, I'm playing 2 shows with Soul Asylum here in Minnesota. Right. On the 19th at a brewery called, I think they're called Prize or Pyres. Okay. And then on the 20th, we're playing at some marathon in Duluth. But on Sunday, the 21st, Father's Day, I'm doing a Rufus and Chaka Khan tribute at one of our favorite clubs here called Crooners. And it's an urban classic gig. I mean, thanks for anybody who came to our show on June 2nd during Celebration Week.
That was awesome.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. We can't wait to perform again for you fine people. But so we're hatching a new show on Sunday. It's the Rufus and Chaka Khan. It's the music of Rufus and Chaka Khan. So we've been in kind of heavy rehearsal, and we'll see how it goes. But that's this Sunday, and you can go to my Facebook page and find out what you need to know about that.
I think wasn't it Crooners MN, Crooners Lounge MN, is that, or Crooners?
CroonersLoungeMN.com will work. Yeah.
Yep. And you can get those tickets there. I knew I forgot to grab a graphic, because I like to promote Urban Classic whenever
I put them in your. I
man.
texted them to you in case the subject came up, but
oh, did you?
I didn't know whether you were going to actually get a chance to see them, or if you could even upload them. So it's all right, man.
No, I mean I can pull up a text right now. It's just not. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up and see if I can. I'll make myself big, so that you guys can see this. I'm gonna still show it on my phone. I would have normally.
Sure. That's the ad. Yeah, that's that right Ashley there. Commodore out there. Yeah.
Yeah, and that girl can sing.
How about that? Yeah.
That girl can sing. She's got an amazing range, and of course you got the. Wait, hold on a second. What's this? Eau Claire's Carson Park. You got Daniel Caesar playing there?
Well, yes, but as you can see, it's also Urban Classics Revelation. Yeah, we're but it's a festival that Bon Iver is throwing on July 25th at Carson Park, and that's in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, rather. Sorry. And as you can see at the very bottom, you got Urban Classic presents Revelation. So we're going to bring the Minneapolis sound over right across the border to Wisconsin, and then come right back.
There's a couple. First off, Jody tells us what's the latest with Facebook. So we'll cover. Now, first off, before we get off that Eau Claire show, is that a free show, or what's the cost of that one?
You know what? I'm honestly I don't even know. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's just, what's the latest with Facebook? It still exists. Okay. For those that don't know, people visit the site and go like, man, you only have 1,800 followers. We have way more than that.
Right.
The problem is that over 87,000 followers got flushed down the toilet with the facebook.com/Funkatoilet, Funkatoilet, Funkatopia.
Funkatoilet.
Funkatoilet.
That's what some
time
people
to make a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So we know that it exists. We're still kind of going back and forth. It will probably, this is kind of like a holding station until things get kind of worked out. But yeah, it still exists. It's still sitting in their system. But we're still trying to figure out what the root cause of everything was. Even, we have the assumptions and whatnot, but we have over 100,000 followers across the social platform. So, and even when the Facebook debacle happened, everybody still kept tuning in.
Right.
Everybody still kept coming, and even the numbers just continued to increase. Nothing dipped. So again, I can't thank you guys enough for all the support and love that you give Michael and I doing this, doing the show, man. We don't make nothing doing this stuff for sure.
Yep, it's for free.
And then KMS 1984 says I should DJ my daughter's wedding. Not gonna happen. Actually, I offered. I said, I will if you want me to, but my daughter's getting married in spring of next year. Not Jaden. Not Jaden.
Okay, I was gonna say that.
No. Jaden just turned 18, and she is going to college up in North Georgia, and so she's gonna be gone. We'll be empty nesters starting in August, and but my middle daughter, Jolie, she is going to be getting married in the spring of next year. So we're going through all the plans right now with, the trying to just find venues and just kind of doing all that fun stuff. And when I told her, I said, I've been wanting to DJ a wedding. And she was just like, absolutely not. And not because she doesn't like me as a DJ, because she's seen me do many shows. She's perfectly fine, but she wants me to be an absolute part of it. She wants to be.
It's her
she
day.
wants me to be. Yeah, she wants me to be at her disposal.
That's
so
right.
That's what I'll be.
You only get one
sure.
chance. Well, you might get a couple chances, but you only get one first chance. So there you go.
Thank you. I meant to say something too. Cammy, are you still here? I don't know if Cammy, if you're still here. There is an OG Funkatopian that has been. I mean, many of you have been following us for many years, and we greatly appreciate it. But but Cammy Mattingly has been in this mix for forever, and I just want to make sure, because it seemed like every time that we would talk to Cammy, it would just be one thing after another for her, battling some type of illness or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I just wanted to say, Cammy, I'm glad that you're still pushing back and fighting, because you just seem to be up against it every time I talk to you. So it's good to see you in the mix. I don't recall seeing you a lot as active as you used to be in the chat room, but it was good to see you here, and hopefully you're still here to hear me say that. And what else was I going to say? I don't think there was much else other than that. Christopher Hendricks, I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. There's denial, but we'll just leave it at that. I just can't get out of the show without causing shit, can I?
Just say good night.
Just like that's all you had to do. Just 2 words and shut the STFU. That's all you had to do.
Exactly. We're gonna be on the Gazette any minute now. We're gonna be on the Gazette. New magazine show.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys had a good time. And we will probably see you next week. If not, we'll see you the week after that. We will make sure. I'm still planning on uploading a lot of stuff for you Patreon supporters. I know I've got some really, really cool clips and stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And it's awesome. I can't thank you guys enough. Good night, everyone, and we will see you soon. This has been Funkatopia Live. I am Mr. Christopher. WTF, welcome to Funkatopia. That, my friend, look at him. In the face. That is the one, the only, the incomparable Michael Bland.
Yes, in the face.
In the face. All right, guys. We will see you guys soon. Talk to you later, and be blessed, stay blessed, and keep yourselves out of trouble.
Yes.
Don't be like me. Be like Mike. Bye, y'all.